Booker T. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. Apply the addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom. Give it all I got for attention. Nah, dimension of life well lived, for instance, give it all.
Battle the kid is white flags. Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city, they need me, is clear now. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the Sandman, I can tap dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop your orbit. I keep energy in storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit. Look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies in the top pick, got a big fleece. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes in degrees, I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the
Fork Lady Colts have only beaten West Holmes once since 2006. Tonight, however, they are favored here at home. We're in the Colt Corral tonight to bring you live and free girls basketball action as the Lady Colts take on the West Holmes Lady Knights. Scott Sellers told us this West Holmes team is probably the best 6-6 team in the state. We'll find out tonight. Stick with us here on the OH Report. Your Burkhart Farm Center pregame show is up next.
Coach B.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Time now for your OH Report pregame show, brought to you by Burkhart Farm Center. Farmers serving farmers. Jonathon Langdon alongside Travis Berardi here tonight. Your producer is Adam Thompson. Your camera operator tonight is Brandon Powell. So we've got the Clear Fork Lady Colts hosting the West Holmes Lady Knights. These two teams played each other with a lot more regularity all the way back to 2017. They've scheduled each other as of late. They played last year. They played the year before. West Holmes has taken both of those matchups. So Clear Fork here today, they have the better record, but West Holmes has a better record against the Lady Colts.
And Coach Sellers, like you said in the open, despite the 6-6 record, a very good 6-6 team. You want to know why? Because they played the likes of Dover, Harvest Prep, Ashland, New Philadelphia, Berlin Highland, and then a tough loss to Madison, which kind of a head scratcher, but they played very good competition. And, you know, a 6-6 record, nothing to shake your head about. But this Clear Fork Lady Colts squad, last time I saw them, Jonathan, last week with Brian Skoronsky, Mel Blubaugh tied a school record for a game. 7 threes, was 4 points short of the scoring record in a game, and they hit it a record 17 total threes. This team also very good defensively. They've given up more than, I believe, 30 points just once in the last 2 games, and that was against Fredericktown.
Let's go ahead and spotlight first the away side, wearing blue today, West Holmes. They are OCC, MOA, or
OCC, you're right.
Yeah, OCC champs. It gets confusing now with these two teams.
Absolutely.
But OCC champs last year, dethroning Lexington, Ashland, New Philadelphia, all of those. They went 13-1, but they lost the OCC Player of the Year, Keegan Ewell, to Shawnee State. She's playing softball there.
Hey, multiple sport athletes here in the area. That's what you get. But they do bring back a couple leading scorers too that average in double figures. And I take it one of those will be who we see in our player spotlight, Jonathan.
Yes, Briar Cline is the player spotlight here today for this West Holmes team at 15 points, 9 rebounds, and an assist against Madison. She was on the second team in the OCC last year.
Yeah, and she's going to need to show out not only her, though, but Ivana Yoder also, who averages in double figures, because you can't just play one player against this defense of the Clear Fork Lady Colts, because they, under Scott Sellers, if you know about a Scott Sellers team, you know about defense. And this team, other than the 39 points given up by Fredericktown and the 31 of Ontario, 31 is the high mark other than Fredericktown that anybody in the last 6-7 games have given up, because this defense has locked things down, and that is why they've gotten their average to 31.1 they've given up.
Yeah, so right at that average against Ontario on Saturday, where they won 58-31. Player spotlight today, no surprises here. Mel Blubaugh, a senior. She's going to go to MVNU, my alma mater. I'll just say that. But yeah, fantastic player, fantastic shooter.
Yeah, and you got to be pumped about it, because in front of her future coaches, a tying 7 threes, 30 points, 4 off of the all-time scoring mark.
We're going to take a break, come back with your keys to the game and tip-off here on the OH Report.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Wrapping up our OH Report pregame show, brought to you by Burkhart Farm Center, where farmers serve farmers. Jonathon Langdon, Travis Berardi, ready to go here from the Colt Corral. Just a couple of moments from now, we will tip things off, but let's talk about keys to the game. We'll start with West Holmes here coming in on the road. It's going to be a tough task for them to take down a 13-2 squad, and I think the biggest key for them is to win the first quarter.
Yeah, it's always, as the underdog, the longer you stick around with the favorite, the more momentum, the more confidence you get. And exactly, you win that first quarter, it might get Clear Fork thinking, oh, here we go again against West Holmes.
Yeah, smother the shooters. That's the second key. And then that segues perfectly into what I think Clear Fork needs to do. In fact, what I know they need to do,
Yeah.
and what they do very well, is shoot the basketball.
Absolutely. They get the open look for three. They will, more often than not, hit that shot, as well as look for some very nice backdoor cuts. Brian and I saw that last week where they're really good on the passes inside. But then on the other side, they're a very good defensive team into your second key. Collapse on the post. Fredericktown was a very, very good physical team underneath, and Clear Fork completely shut them down. That's why they were able to roll on to a big victory last week.
Yeah, someone we didn't talk about for West Holmes is Aviona Yoder, the senior 5'10 post, had 12 points in that game against Madison. So that's going to be where I think Clear Fork kind of needs to center in, because Briar Cline, she's a gifted scorer. I think she's going to score regardless of what you do. If you can just focus on the interior and then work from the outside, that'll help you tonight.
Yeah, if you have one really good player and the rest are okay squads, you usually want to focus, say, we're going to let them get their points, but we want to focus on shutting everybody else down. The problem with this Clear Fork squad is there's so many good shooters on this squad, especially from the three. You have Brindley Barnett at 30%, Asia Bechtel 32%, Mel Blubaugh 32%, Ashton Wine, Eliana Pelkey also at 25%. I mean, a lot of good shooters that if they get an open look for three, they're going to take it, and at least a couple of them, 1 out of 4, it's going to go in. A couple others, 1 out of 3, it's going to go in. So that's the problem. You have to really guard the perimeter against this squad. And then if you overplay that, they're just going to go back door. That's why this is one of Scott Seller's best squads that he's had.
Here from the Colt Corral, here we go. Give you the starters here before we tip off. First for the West Holmes Lady Knights, they will start their junior guard we talked about already, Briar Cline wearing number 3. Zelina Proper is a junior wearing number 10, a 5'7 guard. Jewel Brown, the senior 5'2 guard, wearing number 20, along with Aviona Yoder, who will wear number 21. And then into jump for West Holmes is number 31, Greta Rowlands. She is a senior 5'10 post. Here we go. From Clear Fork High School, West Holmes wins the tip. They will take it first offensively. Also almost a steal out of the gates here from Clear Fork, and there they get it. This one intercepted by Brindley Barnett. She goes the other way all alone to the basket, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Klein. So the starters for Clear Fork go as Mel Blubaugh wearing number 3, Asia Bechtel number 12, number 22, Ashton Wine. Scratch that, no Bechtel in the starting lineup. Number 14, Lillian Weichel, and then 25, Brindley Barnett, and number 30, Eliana Pelkey.
Yeah, Weichel in there, a little bit more height against that post player, but as the Lady Colts give up their first turnover, 2 possessions for West Holmes were turnovers, but that nice backdoor scoop gives them the first bucket.
Proper the pickoff, Klein the bucket. Early start for West Holmes, just like we said they needed to have, as Blubaugh goes in a little too strong at the basket.
Yeah, West Holmes able to get a bucket in transition off a turnover, but we'll see what they can do in this half-court set, and they catch Clear Fork off guard.
Yeah, Greta Rowlands gets on the board. 4-0 run to start here against Clear Fork. Lady Colts 13-2 on the year. This ball tipped out. It will stay on this end.
Yeah, Rowlands, another one of those big posts. She doesn't score as much, but she does average 9 rebounds per game, 4 on the offensive end.
Nice open look to the corner for Clear Fork. They get their first 3 to fall. Eliana Pelkey. Just a 24% three-point shooter, but this team's just been hot as of late. The numbers don't matter at this point.
No, it's all about confidence and shooting. You might have had a slow start, but like you said, what have you done for me lately? What you have done defensively for me lately, Clear Fork, is forced 3 turnovers early on.
Blubaugh, the floater, off glass in the paint, takes the lead back for the Lady Colts here.
Talk about her three-point shooting, but she will take it inside and get the jumper.
Another steal, this time Pelkey. And the rest of the team will catch up, get set offensively. Clear Fork 13-2 on the year, 8-1 in the MOAC. That only loss coming to Shelby early in the season. They'll get to they'll get one more crack at them before season's end.
And it'll be here. They had a lead late, and a fourth quarter rally by Shelby gave them the victory as they're still unbeaten in play. And their lone loss was to a very good Reynoldsburg team that great D1 squad. They lost by 4. They had a chance actually to take the lead late, but turned it over, and free throws ended up losing it for them. Clear Fork, that loss, and then Bellevue hits a corner 3 as time ran out.
Big collision down there as a whistle is blown. Second look at that.
I think they're going to call. Oh.
Yeah, so they pick it up on Jewel Brown for West Holmes, so it stays.
I was thinking maybe they were going to call that on Blubaugh, but she got the. Interesting. Looked like they got the tie up, and then it just incidental. Blubaugh pulled her down, but instead it's going to stay with the Lady Colts.
Catch and shoot no from the same corner where Pelkey hit the first 3. Blubaugh couldn't get it. Nice catch in stride. Cline down low, feeds, and there's a foul. So free throws coming for Greta Rowlitz.
Beautiful transition. The 2 posts played their lanes. It was a 3-on-1 pass and a foul for free throws coming up here.
Rowlitz 6 points, 9 rebounds, 2 steals against Madison in their last game where they lost narrowly, played well, just couldn't pull it out, 42-41. First free throw in for Rowlitz, ties this game up. And this will give her 4 early on the night. 6-5. Clear Fork down 1 with the basketball. Barnett lost the handle. Another turnover for Clear Fork early in this game as West Holmes plays press break. They get it done.
Lady Colts already running with 3 subs in there, 2 more coming out. That's what they'll do. They have a deep bench that allows them to play so well defensively. That's why they cause so many turnovers.
And you see it early in this game. West Holmes going, I thought they were going to go more towards Yoder in the post, but Rowlitz has been the target here so far today with 4 points.
And if they want to keep that going and give them a chance at the upset, you need Rowlitz to go into the scoring column.
Cline, rainbow 3 off, rebound in by the Lady Colts. They'll get it up the floor.
Thrush, who was called for that foul, got the board.
Weichel nearly had it taken away. So take a screen, get some space, needs some movement off the ball.
Yeah, Lady Colts don't really have that point guard out there right now as Mel Blubaugh took 1 drink and Coach Seller said, you got to go back in. So she's at the scorer's table here.
Fake by Weichel, tried to pass it down low, taken away. Yet another turnover early in this game for Clear Fork.
Yeah.
Cline thought about a catch and shoot 3, keeps the ball moving, back to the corner it goes, off the top corner of the backboard. And now a dive for the ball right by us, Travis, and this will be a timeout by Clear Fork. Good job by Haley Thrush to get in there, or Haley Thrush.
Haley Thrush, yeah. That is hustle right there. Scott Sellers loves him some hustle. She grabbed it right in front of him, got the timeout. And the Lady Colts, after a little break here, is Scott Sellers calming his squad down. They're turning it over. They have 3 turnovers so far, but as you saw in that last one, trying to do a little too much at the moment.
Yeah, right now, Sellers kind of focusing in on some of those players down low. I think something was off offensively on the other side. Weichel drove from the corner, tried to dish it inside, West Holmes ended up getting a steal out of it. Coach Sellers went right to Lillian there in the huddle to kind of talk things over and think about some better options on the drive. So out of this timeout, West Holmes 6, Clear Fork 5. I said it during the scene setter. Coach Sellers talked to us before the game and said, this is the best 6-6 team in Ohio. I know it's early, but the Knights having the lead here is slowly starting to prove that point as Blubaugh can't score inside.
There's that backdoor cut we talked about, but she just wasn't able to get any of the backboard. And it's an empty possession.
Cline in the corner, dribbles out top, finds her teammate. This is Cara McMillan. Nearly lost it. Blubaugh dove to the floor, couldn't end up with the ball. Nice rotation here from Clear Fork.
About to say that.
Impossible zone pass, however, finds an open floater. McMillan can't get it.
It's a very good defensive set by Clear Fork. Like you said, switching over, getting that rotation, and keeping West Holmes from getting an open look.
Ashton Wine holds it out top here for Clear Fork. Junior 5'6" forward. Refuses the screen, goes to the left. Now Weichel has it. Still, the movement, just not too much right now off the ball for Clear Fork, forcing Weichel to work in her own shot, but she seems to be okay with doing that here.
She was trying to get a screen to give it off the Blubaugh for 3, but then said, you're going to give me some room. I'm just going to work myself down the block, and then she used her patented post move, fake to the right, went to the left, right off the glass.
First bucket of the day for Weichel, as inside we'll see 2 free throws coming for Aviona Yoder.
She did it right back to Weichel, worked herself in, ball fake, up and under, and drew the foul.
First shot off from Yoder. Nearly a platoon swap for Clear Fork. 3 new players will check in. Pelkey, Thrush, and then also Rozzy Stover.
Yoder, a 67% free throw shooter on the year.
So she splits the pair. That'll tie things up at 7 with 2:51 left in the first.
Now, with the Lady Colts running wild over their competition the last 7-8 games, Coach Sellers said to us before the game that, this is going to be a good test for us because we need to play a little bit more of a competitive game. That's not saying anything bad against MOAC opponents. It's just they need to be against a physical team.
Ball bounces right to Clear Fork on the offensive glass. Ashton Wine gets in there.
Surprisingly, the first offensive rebound by either team, and the Lady Colts cash in on it.
And to kind of expand on your point, Travis, it just seems like Clear Fork, some of the players could easily kind of look down on this West Holmes team looking at their record. This will teach them, once we get to the playoffs, you cannot do that.
Or once you get to Shelby coming up here in a week or so as well. But also, you can't get a letdown either. You'll play second half of the MOAC schedule. So that's going to be a kind of a bailout foul, but it is a foul that you always see in the MOAC. You see that 1 or 2 teams that just pulls off an upset that you did not see would happen. So maybe a game like this would keep them focused as well.
I heard someone from the crowd yell out, "That's shooting, right?" And then the official immediately said, "No, no, 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 no. It's on the ground."
It was on a pass. It wasn't a shot. I agree with the referee there.
I just love the reaction from the official. They've been lively here tonight.
Both Reeses are here.
Barnett tries to thread that pass through. Yep, kickball violation, so reset on the baseline.
Take a look at the replay here of that.
Replays tonight. Brought to you by Integrity Lawn Maintenance. Ball is going to go back to Weichel. She's doubled as she picks it up. Still goes through 2 and gets 2.
2 times she's had it inside the paint. 2 times she's been able to muscle her way to the bucket. Look to see them get more entry passes into her.
Ooh. It's a whistle in the middle of the court. It's going to be a foul on Blubaugh.
Here's the replay. It was because it's the wraparound. I'm going to stay quiet. That's Mel Blubaugh's second foul. That's a big foul on her right now in the first quarter.
So she's back to the bench. Clear Fork will have to get some work done without her. Minute 20 left here in quarter 1. Trapped to the corner. Yoder gets out of it. Goes back out to Klein. No space to shoot. You can tell Klein really wants to shoot the basketball right now. Clear Fork doing a good job not letting that happen.
This is going to be an important minute or few minutes as well, with Blubaugh sitting on the bench, how this team can respond without her.
Here is Klein open for 3. Too long. Rebound down by Clear Fork and a foul on the loose ball.
Great job there by Haley Thrush. High pointing the ball, being strong with it, and then getting fouled. And that's the second foul on Jewel Brown.
Under a minute to go. Clear Fork a chance to expand on this 4-point lead they've built for themselves here late. Weichel has it out top. She's been kind of the spearheading player for that. She gives back to Blubaugh, who is in for offense. Entry pass is solid to Weichel, but she has it immediately taken away, and she fouls her.
And that's her second off the turnover. She hugged her after frustration. And that's 5, so bonus for West Holmes as well.
This helps them get back into this first quarter. 11-7 the score. More shots coming for the Lady Knights. Maddie Fair, sophomore 5'5" guard.
Looking at the West Holmes stats, says these are our first free throws, but only says 4 players have taken free throws. So I don't know if that's true or not, but she did miss the first.
Missed both. Offensive rebound, however, keeps it with West Holmes before the travel by Yoder.
Back in for the Lady Colts is number 14, Lily Weichel.
Weichel returns to the contest. Stover will come off. 30 seconds left.
And goofy me, that's because it's the stats against Madison.
Yeah.
And they're lost by 1, so noted.
Barnett driving kick out to the corner for 3. No, nice job by Blubaugh to sky in for the rebound. She'll go baseline, has a lane to the cup. No. Third chance, also no, may have been blocked. Under 10 seconds left. Down the floor come the Lady Knights. Floater with the left hand is a swish. Proper gets the score before the horn to make it 11-9. Clear Fork at home with a 2-point lead as we end quarter number 1. We'll take a break, come back live and free on the OH Report.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Before we get started with the second quarter, I want to thank all of our beloved friends from Bellville supporting tonight's stream. Thank you to Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source, also Spherion Mid-Ohio, Directions Credit Union, Global Energy Partners, Home and Kitchen Supply, and Spherion again, and Wellspring Custom Pharmacy again. Some double supporters tonight here for this Clear Fork squad, sitting 13-2 on the year, just a 2-point lead for them. Coming into the second frame.
West Holmes playing Clear Fork ball, getting the steals, forcing some turnovers, playing good defense. And they'll get another possession here.
Yeah, I don't think officials had differing views.
Clear Fork 5 turnovers. West Holmes only 4. And that's one of those keys to get an upset. You turn the team over more than you turn it over and get some good shots. And I apologize for the Jinx West Holmes fans as they've now evened it up.
Yeah, the pass over to Coach Sellers. It's going to be a turnover for West Holmes.
I will say Sellers was quite the shooter back in his day, too.
Would have been a good pass 30 years ago, out for 3. Colts have it out top. Blubaugh surveying this defense. She just has 2 points so far in the game. Steps to the 3-point line, now into the corner. Nice
Great
extra pass to Stover. Backside rebound ends up in the hands of West Holmes. Proper gives to Cline. Pass intercepted, taken away by Pelkey, and she's tugged at the shoulder.
That's right. I was about to say clear path foul, but this isn't the NBA.
So it's a good foul if you're West Holmes, knowing the different set of rules. So this will just be a reset. We'll see a half-court set.
Although now, kind of looking like the NBA with the 5 fouls per quarter get you to the line. I'm waiting for them to allow timeouts to be advanced to half court. I think that would be a good addition. Women's college basketball games you've called, I've called, have it. Why not in the high school?
Mel Blubaugh, the lay-in for 4 points on the evening.
And you're seeing that more here recently with Clear Fork. They're able to get that entry, that extra pass inside because West Holmes is focusing more on the perimeter. Lady Colts have only taken, I think, 3 or 4 threes.
Cline cannot get the 3-ball to fall so far here tonight. She'll lob over the top looking for Yoder. She catches it. Doesn't have much of an area to go as the ball ends up loose. Picked up by Clear Fork now. And it's into safety. Wine up the middle. Kick to the corner. No good on the 3. Offensive rebound by Barnett. She'll go out again for a second try from Bechtel. Still more rebounds here for Clear Fork and now an eventual foul.
Lady Colts 5 offensive rebounds.
3 subs coming in for Clear Fork. Weichel, Wine, and Thrush all check in.
You look at this whole roster for Clear Fork, every single player on that roster will get quality minutes. That's just how good and how balanced Scott Sellers has of a team this season. And they all can contribute in some way. That, though, is not one way to contribute.
Turnovers continue to pile up here tonight for Clear Fork. West Holmes applying some solid pressure, but Clear Fork doing it right back to them. Another takeaway, transition opportunity. Too much on it.
Kind of rushed the shot there. I don't know if they were she was trying to draw the foul or not, but that's a jump stop, a ball fake, and then go up.
Proper is doubled, gets it out. Here's Yoder. Blubaugh comes to help. Top of the key, Proper picks up her dribble, lob. Nearly a steal, stays with West Holmes. Cline, the up fake, baseline drive, kick inside. A lot of contact, no call as now Yoder finally gets a whistle.
It'll be on the floor, though. But did you see what opened that up was the quick pass. The pass to the elbow and then a quick little throw inside. It got Clear Fork thrown off just enough to allow West Holmes to really set things up. Pass back out, re-entry, and draws the foul.
And it's also interesting to note, Cline has not hit any threes yet, but they're still intimidated by her presence on the perimeter that Blubaugh had to jump at that up fake. And that opened up that lane to drive and then kick down low.
And that's something we saw earlier in the possession. Clear Fork doesn't go with those fakes too much, but just her ability to fake it like that gave them the chance, but they turn it over. Nice turnover.
Ashton Wine gets the steal and then holds things up. That might be a talking point from Coach Sellers, where transition, you haven't really gotten much, so once you just get a steal, just let everybody get down. Let's set up our offense.
Proper called for her second foul. On the other end, Thrush was called for her second foul. Clear Fork, 3 players in foul trouble. Well, I guess you could say foul trouble right now because they have 2 fouls into the second quarter. On the other side, Proper and Brown both have 2 as well.
Lob over top for an easy layup. Pelkey. She has 5 here this evening.
Open things up with that 3, and she's answered now is Clear Fork. Defense playing a key right now. They've held West Holmes scoreless for 3.5 minutes in the second quarter.
15-9. 4.5 minutes left. West Holmes just trying to find some sort of opportunity. Clear Fork has done a great job rotating in what looks to be sort of a 2-3 zone right now. As they force another miss, fight on the baseline, somehow stays in. And it's now with Clear Fork. Blubaugh catches, she'll run with it. With her speed, she goes through everybody to the cup.
You can't let her have that much space. You give it to her, she's gonna take it. 6 points for her here in the first half.
That leads all scorers tonight. Proper in a pickle. Able to get it out. Cline.
Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah.
Proper pickle.
Out top. Chest pass through a double. Cline catch and shoot. High arching 3. Finally gets down for Briar Cline. Her first triple of the night gives her 5 on the day.
She was 3 of 8 against Madison in their 1-point loss. However, a big stat for her, she was 0 for 4 from the free throw line.
17-12, 5-point lead for Clear Fork. Trying to build on that here with Blubaugh starting to heat up. Pelkey goes inside. Weichel, inside out play. Way off on the 3. And West Holmes will take possession.
Another line change for the Lady Colts. If you take a look at the 3 on the other end, and we talk about Clear Fork, you leave them open. If you leave Cline open like that, she's going to make you pay.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, had 15 points in that last game against Madison. They lost by 1, but
they were 4 of 20 from 3, though.
Yep. They had shooting woes, just like they kind of are having here to start this first half.
And that's another reason why Coach Sellers before the game said this is a very good team despite their 6-6 record, because if they are on shooting, they can put up points with anybody.
Nice pass to the near side corner. Up, no good from West Holmes. Ball tips out last off of West Holmes with Cline.
Yeah, another good defensive set. Good box out, knocked out of bounds. As I look to my left as the mini Colts getting ready. This is your first time here for a girls game at Clear Fork. So, Jonathan, you are in for a treat at halftime.
I'm excited because I saw our producer, Adam, do a little fist bump, so I can trust his judgment. I think this is going to be something special.
This team performed at the state tournament last year. That's how good they are.
It hits hard off the backboard, but a long rebound stays with Clear Fork. Thrush. Flushed in the corner. Tries to spin around, ends up throwing it away. It'll go out of bounds and stay with Clear Fork, however.
West Holmes has really sped things up against Clear Fork here. They've done a lot on the traps, forcing some tough passes, and almost got the steal there, but they're forcing Clear Fork to reset offensively with 2:15 left in the half.
Global Energy Partners gave you that instant replay. I love the rest of them here tonight.
See if Clear Fork can get some energy to finish the half up 5.
Blubaugh fakes, drives in, tries to go off the glass. A tough angle for Mel Blubaugh, but she makes do.
Possible top play nominee when we see the Joe Show. What a take by her. And when she's on, she'll make those shots look easy just like that.
8 points for the senior.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. And they get a turnover after that. So a little momentum here for the Lady Colts. For West Holmes, this is the last minute 50. Very important for you not to let Clear Fork to get any more separation from you on the scoreboard.
You said I owe you a Coke?
Jinx, we both said.
I think it's only $1. So West Holmes.
It makes me feel way old that went over your head about that.
Oh no, I know.
Okay.
I was just going to make the point that Mel Blubaugh scores, makes it 10 points on her night. I was just going to make the point that Clear Fork concessions are pretty cheap here, so I'm not too bad.
Okay.
I'm not too mad about
well
that.
Well done, sir. I get that. That's very so. Here we're allowed to do the jinxes because it doesn't cost you that much.
Now, if we go somewhere else, other places I won't name, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I can bite the buck here.
Look at that take again by Mel Blubaugh. Beautiful shot, and then look at that backdoor pass right to her. I will say, though, if you go to Buckeye Central at all, Adam Thompson had a $4 barbecue sandwich. It was phenomenal on Saturday.
I went to Winford with when they were in the old gym, and they dedicated it to Coach Sheldon. Yep. Shot in the corner from Clear Fork. Falls through for Ashton Wine. But I was at Winford, and the track, I think it was either track or cross country team at Winford, they were selling these cinnamon rolls, and they came in packs of 8. And it was $10.
Oh, jeez.
And I was fully ready to go and get some. By the time I got there, they were all gone.
Wow. Must be very quality. Is Clear Fork going to be called for a foul? Only their second of the quarters, though. But I talked about that separation. Clear Fork, as we started our conversations, they ballooned this back out to 12. It was a 5-point game, about 45 seconds of game time ago? Little help for West Holmes, though. Lily Weichel will sit the last 50 seconds and maybe a little bit of the third quarter. She just drew her 3rd foul.
So does Mel Blubaugh. She's also on the bench, so.
Don't want her picking up her 3rd.
Exactly. 45 seconds left here in this first half. Briar Cline, fairly quiet so far, just 5 points. As they go inside to Yoder, leaves her floater short. This will careen out of bounds, but it is last off of the Lady Colts.
Yeah, Rosie Stover unable to collect it.
Baseline inbound. West Holmes will lob it over top. It is taken away, however. And Clear Fork runs with it. It's a 5-on-4
what a
crossover move inside. Brinley Barnett.
The hesitation, she didn't pass it, she didn't cross it over, but that little hesitation with the right hand, acting like she was going to pass it, opened that lane up. Beautiful take.
The trap 2-3 continues to work wonders for this Clear Fork team, but that time they foul a three-point shooter, so Zelina Proper will shoot.
Here's the steal, and watch this hesitation right there. Backed off the defender and gave her the separation to take it in.
It's been a highlight-packed second quarter. Here is Proper for three, in fact. Rattles home the first. So they've fallen down to a pretty big deficit, but this will help as Proper misses the second. She'll have a third. Blubaugh returns, so shouldn't be in any concern for fouls on Blubaugh's end as long as you don't charge into anybody.
Yeah.
Yep. Third free throw. Third free throw, 2 out of 3 fall for West Holmes. Blubaugh going to try and get something at the horn. Nearly has it taken away. Still fighting with the ball, and with the buzzer sounding, nothing else will get up. Just not enough time for West Holmes to get the steal and score. 26-14 here at the half as the Colts break out in the second quarter and take a 12-point lead on the OH Report.
Just stay tuned, though, folks. Mini Colts, we're going to show you some of that performance right here coming your way.
Coach B.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Bellville. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Time now for your OH Report halftime show here today, brought to you by Spherion Mid-Ohio. Jonathon Langdon, Travis Berardi. Halftime stats are coming your way. Shout out to the Mini Colts.
Oh, yeah. Always a treat to watch them take things over here.
The 26-14 sits the score right now. It was kind of in the middle of the second quarter when Clear Fork started to turn things on and build a lead for themselves, and they've nearly doubled West Holmes here so far tonight.
Yeah, you thought maybe the three-point shooting would be the key for them. No. West Holmes is giving enough space for Mel Blubaugh and company to take it to the hole and get some buckets, and they ran away in the last 2 minutes of that half. They did hit a three there, but the rest were buckets inside. 6 offensive rebounds, however, only 1 of those turned into points, out-rebounding West Holmes right now 6-1 on the offensive glass. They forced 11 turnovers. West Holmes, though, early on, forced turnovers. In that second quarter, they really turned that down, though, 7 total. Clear Fork hasn't shot a free throw yet. West Holmes has been in the line. They're 5-9.
Let's talk about Mel Blubaugh. So Blubaugh, 10 points in this game. They came mostly in the second quarter. They contained her at first. They actually got her in foul trouble, but after that point, she's been able to have her way.
You can only contain her for a bit. You can't stop her. And if she sees bucket, the ball going through the hoop, pretty much any bucket, any shot she takes around the hoop, she'll make it. As we saw that nice little take on the baseline, she just floated up over 2 defenders and in. But yeah, you can only contain her for so long. However, they have not been able to shut down the rest. Ashton Wine, a 3, 5 total points. Pelkey, a 3, 5 total points. Weichel, 2 very nice takes inside the paint for buckets, and that balance has given them a 26-14 lead.
So here we go with this third quarter, brought to you by Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source, Spherion Mid-Ohio, Directions Credit Union, Global Energy Partners, and Home and Kitchen Supply. We got a jump ball to start the third. Arrow points towards the Lady Colts. Press break action from Clear Fork as things start to tense up for West Holmes. Got to get back into this ball game. And the ball dribbled out top. Ashton Wine gives it to Blubaugh.
Yeah, until the late parts of the second quarter, you're talking about how Clear Fork struggling to get some points. However, their defense has been doing what the defense has done in the last 10 games.
How about a deep ball from Blubaugh? Misses a little short. Rebound down by Cline. Up the floor, Lady Knights have it taken away. Hits the scorer's table out of bounds. That's last off of West Holmes.
Yeah, look at that. Just deflection, hit it off the side, I think, of the gourd of the West Holmes player. Out of bounds, and it's a turnover.
Mel inbounds by us. Up the floor, Barnett. 11 points per game for her this year. Just so far in this game, 3 points. Blubaugh hit as she shoots.
Yeah.
Barnett gets it back. Floater, no. Down. The rebound goes by Greta.
So both teams playing a little fast out here to start.
Really lost her footing. Rowlands gets it away. Swings over. Cline. Just 1-3 in the first half. Misses there as well. Barnett crosses the court to Blubaugh. Blubaugh, extra step, lost it, tips it out. Ball swings around. And with 6.5 minutes left in the third, Clear Fork sets up another set. Up for 3, off, a little too strong. Blubaugh dives for the ball, gets it, and gets it out. Coach Sellers wanted the timeout. He didn't get it.
I think he did on the tie-up, but then saw they got possession, said, okay, we'll continue on.
Catch and shoot from the corner. No good. Ball tipped around a couple of times. Yoder comes away with it. There's the scramble on your screen as we go the other way with West Holmes. No look pass, down low, rolls out of bounds.
Returning for the Lady Colts, 35, Haley Thrush, 44, Rossi Stover, and number 12.
So nobody really able to do anything so far, but that's fine for Coach Sellers' squad as they went into the break with a 12-point lead.
Yeah, so 14 points for West Holmes at the half. That's on pace if you're Clear Fork defensively. But you could be doing even better, especially with how the first 2 minutes have gone. Asia Bechtel steps into a 3. Bounces off the top of the backboard. Officials call it out of bounds.
Yeah, if they can get, I mean, if you keep it under 25 points, that average could get down to 30 or under 30, and that's just crazy. With the schedule that Clear Fork plays, holding teams like that, these are mostly teams that are divisions up, a division or two up from Clear Fork as well, and they're just very suffocating, and it's number 1 to 11 on the roster.
And it would give you, as here's a 3 from West Holmes that misses. They get their own rebound. I'll get to that point here in a moment. Drive from Jewel Brown, tries to go off glass. No, gets her own rebound and scores it. First points of the quarter for West Holmes come from the senior, Jewel Brown.
Her first points of the night come off of an offensive rebound.
Bechtel will try again, same spot as the last. Still no. Rozzy Stover can't get the board. Proper has plenty of space, tries to go all the way down to her basket. Misses Lily Brown.
Saw in for a moment Quinn Stover, who really took over the JV game, was very impressive in that. She does get time as well on the varsity side, and it's that scrappiness is why.
Yeah, not much of it. She goes to the bench already.
But what she does do is allow some of these veterans to get that much-needed break without losing any time.
Weichel loses that out of bounds. Another turnover here for Clear Fork. We were talking about the defense earlier.
Yes.
I think this is huge. If you can keep this up and go into the end of the game, keeping them under 30. You've got Pleasant coming up this week. That's a big game.
Yes, Pleasant and then Shelby as well.
Yes. It's Pleasant, Marion Harding, and then Shelby. But still, 3 big games back to back to back in the always tight MOAC. Another offensive board for the Lady Knights. They work it to the perimeter, and Blubaugh taps that out of bounds. And then for West Holmes, you're also still tightly contested in the OCC. You're 4-3 in conference, but you're always a threat. Everyone sees you as a threat. They're going to be gunning for you, especially after last year going 13-1.
Yeah.
They'll have New Philadelphia coming up, and then also Lexington and Ashland.
2 of those teams they've lost to the first time around, so if they want to get back into it, they need to knock those teams off. At 3 losses through your first set of games, it doesn't completely get you out of the conversation, but they can't afford another loss in conference.
Jewel can't get the layup. Ball last off of the Colts.
And a big possession here for West Holmes. Clear Fork still hasn't scored in the quarter. And if they can get this to under 10, they get some momentum for the second half of the third.
Curling around a screen. The ball is tipped yet again here. And the ball still being fought for. Exactly. And now a travel, as it will ultimately end up with the Lady Colts.
15th turnover on West Holmes.
Also in 24, Matthew Fair at number 4.
Hot potato action coming here.
Blubaugh catches it right back. 10 points in the first half. Still no points for the Colts in general here in this third. They'll look to change that here. Blubaugh gets the switch. They'll go down low, back outside, and another 3 that misses long. They've had a number of corner looks. None of them have fallen. Other way, West Holmes. Drive and kick. They'll try one in the corner. Missed way short by Brown. Blubaugh leads the break. Keeps her dribble alive. Finds a lane and just goes too strong.
Nearly another highlight to add to Mel Blubaugh's tape, but just a little bit too much mustard on it. However, they get a turnover and another chance here as Coach Sellers is going to get himself a full timeout to try and calm his offense down.
Yeah, back and forth action there from both teams. Turnovers, missed shots. Need to clean it up here.
2-0 in the quarter.
Nearly 5 minutes into the third, so we had a pretty hot start to the first quarter, I would say. And in the second quarter, it was one-sided. Clear Fork was breaking away. But West Holmes Ever since the second half of that second quarter has been ice cold.
Yeah, other than the last 3 minutes of that first half, this has been a very evenly defensively played game between these two squads, but sometimes it takes that just one run to get you really into possession of this game, into the control of this one. Also want to say hi to everybody watching live and free tonight. Jonathon, always wanted to work a basketball game with you. You and I worked some state volleyball together, which was a blast. You know, calling with a college basketball commentator like yourself, was looking forward to this.
And here's the thing. As much as I love calling basketball, when we went to state,
that was a good time.
I think I told you coming into it that volleyball is one of my favorite sports to watch, not necessarily call, but I think the love grew a little bit after that weekend. It was really fun to watch. We had Shelby.
That was, yeah.
And they had such a fantastic run, and here they are in basketball. They could do the very same thing this season in the winter.
And same with Clear Fork.
Exactly. 2 teams in the MOAC made the state Final Four in volleyball, and with what I've seen out of Clear Fork today, what I've seen out of Shelby when I saw them play against Upper Sandusky earlier in the year, same thing very well could happen in basketball, on the girls' side especially.
Clear Fork will have Willard in their district, a good squad. We'll see tomorrow night against Shelby. And then Shelby, finally on the board. Barnett's 4th point, and then we'll see with Shelby, they have Bellville in their district. So a couple teams still stand in both these teams' paths to even get out of their district.
There's a whistle as the interception made by Thrush. She's tripped up on her return.
On 3, Briar Cline.
Cline will be called with her first
It's
foul.
also been a fairly clean third quarter. That's just the first foul of the quarter.
Also in 14.
A few turnovers, but no fouls until up to that point, and a 2-2 score.
Nice pass right into Blubaugh, a little short on the layup. No good off the glass.
Just contested enough for her to be thrown off.
This
Nice
ball will go out of
hands.
bounds. Tipped by Clear Fork. I just saw the halftime score of that Hillsdale Mansfield Christian game that we're streaming also on the OH Report. 38-4.
Hillsdale is a volleyball, up-and-coming volleyball squad, but they're a softball school on the girls' side. They're still trying to find their footing on the girls' basketball. Boys' basketball, though, you saw them. Only one loss, a tough loss to Chippewa, but they
actually
after
recently
last year,
lost to Norwayne as well.
Norwayne's a really good team, but
2 very good
starting
teams.
to pick it up on the basketball side of things. But yeah, the girls' basketball, they're still a few years away. Softball, though, state contenders.
Lady Colts have been shut down here in this third quarter. Just 2 points to their name.
However, defensively, they've only given up 2.
They'll drain this clock. Try to get out of this third quarter without losing too much of their lead.
And another good test for them against West Holmes. How can you play a game when you've gone on a really cold streak?
Good drive by Haley Thrush, taking the baseline to add to their total. Her first points of the night. Good job breaking the press by Yoder. Ends up with the guard, McMillan. Back to Yoder at the free throw line. Nice fake, finds a teammate inside, and the foul. Jewel Brown scores.
Got her 4th point of the night. Brindley Barnett called with her first foul, and chance to get this back to 11 with 1:19 left. We're going to get a 30-second timeout coming up here by Lindsey Belden after the shot if it's made.
One thing I like about Jewel Brown, what I've seen so far today, is she's the shortest player on the roster, but you saw it right there. Not afraid to step into the paint, get some shots. Not afraid to step in the paint on the other side, make some stops.
In Clear Fork, it looked like they were finally getting some momentum, but this kind of brings West Holmes back. Got a timeout by the Knights, down 11, 30-19, with 1:19 left in the third.
So Coach Belden calls the timeout. Talk a little bit about her, 2011 grad from West Holmes. 3-time OCC champ in her time with the Lady Knights.
Yep.
We talked about how great this program has been the last couple of years. She's been at the forefront of that during her time at West Holmes. And then she also started every game in college at Malone. And then since that time there, she has been able to lead this program to some wins on the coaching side.
Absolutely. And I was mentioning this a little bit before that last bucket for Clear Fork, but when you go on cold spells like this offensively, you kind of have to pick the defense up more to keep that momentum. And that's what's impressed me about Clear Fork tonight. We know they're a good defensive team, but when they're in offensive trouble, can they keep the defense going to keep their advantage? And they have done that so far. So that's a test that they passed that Coach Sellers might like, because when you get to tournament time, you may have to go on these defensive spurts when you can't score offensively. Blubaugh has.
Open inside. Nice cut to the basket. 12 points for Mel. Cline able to get it away. Back inside. Yoder back to Cline. Right wing triple is in. Her second triple of the day.
And that was, again, quick passing, inside-out game. Opened that up, and it's a 10-point game once again.
Under 40 seconds left as Blubaugh has it again. Drives through two, and it finds a wide-open Asia Bechtel, who can't connect. And now a jump ball as West Holmes fights with the Lady Colts. And I think, sorry, Travis,
go
but
ahead.
that timeout called from Coach Lindsey Belden was her kind of game planning for what Clear Fork was doing the possession before, holding the basketball, just dribbling out some clock.
Yeah.
And then the game plan coming out, they wanted to make a stop, kind of force them into taking an earlier shot. But the result of that was Blubaugh getting an easy lay-in.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of reacted to the reaction defensively. And important there with the jump ball, it gives the arrow to Clear Fork, so if they can get a stop here, they will get a possession to start, and now they have a chance for the double with the steal here.
Rousey Stover, the takeaway.
They can hold for the final shot. If they make it, then they get a possession to start the fourth quarter where they can really get some momentum back.
Ball deflects out of bounds, 1.6 left on the clock. You see some subs come in for offense, Blubaugh and Weichel.
Looking for a catch, maybe a dribble or two and a release real quick here.
Blubaugh will inbound, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe get an inbounds, a screen right back to her.
He only got 1.6. They'll lob it over top, tipped away, ends up with Weichel, just went off the fingertips, and that will do it for the third quarter. Low scoring third quarter, still a 10-point game here, anybody's game as we head to money time on the OH Report, 32-22.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think
Fourth quarter of action here on the OH Report. Jonathon Langdon with Travis Berardi.
Hello.
Before we get into the fourth quarter, thanks to our sponsors bringing you this coverage here tonight. Spherion Mid-Ohio, your pre, half, and post-game sponsor. Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source is your scoreboard sponsor here tonight. Directions Credit Union. We'll talk to our MVP later tonight. Thanks to them. Also, your instant replays tonight brought to you by Global Energy Partners, and your timeouts, as always, supplied by Home and Kitchen Supply. West Holmes trying to get back into this game. They had a solid third quarter locking down Clear Fork. However, offensively, still things are at a question mark right now for these Lady Knights. Still trying to figure out this tight defense played by the Lady Colts today that have forced a ton of turnovers. Here is another one. Ball ends up down low off the side of the backboard and out of bounds. Stays on this end.
Yeah, Lady Colts got a break there as that just got deflected back out, but big win for West Holmes. They turned it over before the end of the quarter. Clear Fork couldn't score. They get the ball out of the quarter, didn't score again. So that could have been a big momentum shift, but West Holmes held.
Lob over top. Weichel catches, secures, and scores.
That's her 6th point, but that's a big one. It gets it back out to that 12-point advantage with 7 minutes left.
More subs will come in at the next dead ball. As here is, it looks like it was a steal by Clear Fork and then a foul. And that's exactly what it is. Proper got her with the arm. Was going to be an easy layup if she didn't. So, I like the foul from West Holmes.
20th turnover against the Lady Knights. Clear Fork sticking with that average right there on turnovers, on steals, I should say, per game.
Both teams, as Coach Sellers will call a timeout, both teams have been hit with the turnover bug tonight. But it just feels like with Clear Fork, more of the turnovers they're forcing on West Holmes are leading to points.
Want to say hello to Ben Blubaugh, watching live and free down at OU. Oh, yeah. Funny story about Mr. Ben Blubaugh. When he played in the All-Star, the News Journal All-Star game, Jake Furr had his little podcast for a couple years, and it was me, Zach Holden, Brian Skoronsky, him, and another media member. Forget that guy's name. I think he calls games for Mansfield Senior or something like that. But we did a draft with fantasy points. I picked Mr. Benny Blubaugh. Mr. Benny Blubaugh won me that fantasy matchup because of his efforts in that game. So I always remember
fantasy.
It was like a media member fantasy thing for the News Journal All-Star game. And Ben Blubaugh, he won me bragging rights on that. So I always remember you, Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This ball out of bounds. We'll stay with Clear Fork. 34-22. 12-point lead for the Lady Colts as they try to hold on tonight in what would be their 14th win of the season and their 10th in a row.
Which is a school record if they were to do that.
Blubaugh able to get it away. Goes right back to her down low, and she scores. Give her 14 on the night.
Our producer, Adam Thompson. Ben must like
green
and white colors. OU and Clear Fork.
Missed down low by West Holmes. Similar kind of to my experience, of course, outside of college. Every single school that I went to, I moved around a lot when I was a kid. Every school that I went to was orange and black. Went to North Canton Hoover, orange and black there. Ashland, that's where I ended up.
Yeah.
Orange and black there. And then also, I was earlier on, I lived in the Youngstown area. I lived in Boardman. They're maroon and white. But when I was at the elementary school, for whatever reason, they had different colors. They were also orange and black.
So you're a Halloween fan?
I wouldn't even say that, to be honest. It's kind of the hand I was dealt. Jump ball here will go on West Holmes'
Change of possession,
end.
yeah.
5:52 left, 36-22. Game is not over yet. Don't be fooled yet. West Holmes can score in bunches.
I got to think Ben selected OU for the academics. I mean, they have a pretty good nightlife there, but great academic school, you know. Football team's not bad. The basketball team made that run for the Elite Eight.
They have great facilities too.
Oh yeah. But yeah, the academics, that's the big seller down there.
You could keep telling yourself that, Travis.
I mean, Halloween is dead down there, you know.
Clear Fork trying to score some more points. Put this one out of reach. Rosie Stover can't get her 2 attempts at the basket. Outside, Clear Fork for 3. Brinlett brings the lead to 17. She's got 7 as well here today.
That's a huge bucket. 17-point lead for the Lady Colts now with 5 minutes left. However, Rosie Stover fouls on the other end, and West Holmes chance to add points on with the clock stopped.
How about that Mel Blubaugh range from Barnett? First free throw falls through for Lily Brown at the line. Saw her play in the JV game a little bit more. had some solid plays. They fell just a little short to Clear Fork's JV squad.
Nice rebound there by Rossi.
But a nice save to get it back to West Holmes, and there's the layup by Brown after missing the free throw. 5 minutes left. Clear Fork working quickly. Blubaugh fakes, steps in for two, and swishes it.
The presence of mind, that ball fake, just one dribble, re-established herself, easy hoop.
You're going to start needing to see some threes fall if you're West Holmes. Also get some boards. Kline's going to be the one that helps you do that. She has it here, and she's cut off, but fouled on the floor.
Lucky break there for the Lady Colts. That's Stover's second foul in as many possessions.
Second team foul.
Other than Weichel, who's coming back in with 3, nobody in foul trouble on either side.
Also in 35, Haley Thrush, and 12, Asia Bechtel.
Talking about Clear Fork and in the D5 district. They're in a district: Crestview, Edison, Gallion, Huron, Port Clinton, and then Willard.
Nice takeaway from Clear Fork. Gets the ball back. They can continue to build on what is now a 16, make it 18-point lead after the score down low by Ashton Wine.
Got some balance tonight by the Lady Colts, as always. 16 by Blubaugh, 7 from Wine, 7 from Barnett as well, 5 from Pelkey.
This team, that's what I like the most about girls basketball, because you got teams where you got leaders, you got scoring leaders, but you also got these teams like Clear Fork where they've got one that you know is a bucket, but everybody else can
on any
kind of
given
hop
night
off at any moment.
Yeah, and with the defense you have, that's what can win you games, especially when you're in a lower division like D5.
Well, back into play.
Talked about their district, but a regional. Welcome Bluffton University into the hosting. All the Northwest districts in D5 will be playing at Bluffton.
It changes so often that it's shocking as there's a travel on West Holmes, shuffle of the feet.
And with so many more divisions, too.
Yep. And it's also, did you know that Bluffton merged with Findlay?